Arsenal will be away to Chelsea. Arsenal, your Premier League leaders, they face a pretty big test here.
I mean, at some point the shoe is going to drop, I think, for Arsenal. That's what a lot of people think, all right? And maybe I'm one of them. But I'm not sure it's going to happen until after the break. And that break, for a lot of teams and for a lot of people, couldn't be worse. But Arsenal, to, again, stop this incredible run, it could not come at a worse time for Arsenal. But again, we another good team in Chelsea that are coming up, and I still feel like each and every week that we do this is like, okay, well, now they really got to prove it. Now are they really legit? They are legit. I mean, this is a legit Arsenal team. They are going to be battling even after the World Cup break, although I think it's going to affect them. But if Arsenal, given what they are right now, were to go in and beat Chelsea, given what Chelsea are, it would not surprise anybody. And in a certain extent, at this point right now, we should expect that, right?
Yeah, I've mentioned on this podcast before, there's no player the last few years that I've talked myself into and talked myself out of more than Gabriel Jesus. And he's now gone 7 games without a goal. So it's yet again triggering this interesting debate about him. Now, the analytics crowd is rushing in to defend him and pointing out that statistically, other than goals, everything else, his numbers are bonkers, including numbers that you would never equate with a center forward and stuff like recoveries and tackles. And Jonathan Liu, who's this excellent writer for The Guardian, wrote a piece in the past few days lavishing praise on Gabriel Jesus and saying that people still don't appreciate what a great player he is. And on top of all those qualities I just mentioned, just the more esoteric stuff of making players around him better, and his energy is contagious, and he's brought a winning mentality to Arsenal. And Jonathan Liu had this great line about Gabriel Jesus. He's really a ball-winning midfielder at heart who plays a little striker on the side to make some extra money. That's how he framed him as a player.
I mean, if you're getting away with it in that you're winning, in the same way that we talked about PFOC last show right there. You go through a streak where you're not scoring and you're supposed to score. People are going to say something, except if your team continues to win and continues to do well. But again, you're taking it out of that circumstance and putting it into a national team. I know he's going to Brazil, which is a very different situation than coming to the U.S., but still, it doesn't always translate.
I get all that. I get what Jonathan Liu is saying. I get what all the analytics folks are saying, but I just can't help but think, man, if this guy with all the other attributes he brings was like 10% more clinical in front of goal, we'd be talking about a Ballon d'Or candidate instead of just the very good player he is, but not a superstar.
And you don't think he'll ever develop that 10%? He is what he is.
Yeah, I mean, at this point.
Okay, well, that's a shame. I believe in him because, I believe in the good in people, and I believe that people can improve, Mosse.
You believe in Jesus.
I do. I believe in it all right? I believe in positive thinking and, sunny days and warmth and kindness and love and talent that can be nurtured. So it's going to happen in Doha for your guy.
You like that clip? Well, my State of the Union podcast drops every week. Subscribe now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You like that clip? Well, my State of the Union podcast drops twice a week right here on my very own YouTube page. The only way to stay up to date is to hit that subscribe button down below. Size the day, and see you soon.